Many managers, when they do statistical analysis or data analysis or any kind of analysis in organizational context, insist on large sample sizes. The underlying belief is that more data equals more precise result, let's say. And thus they spend inordinate amount of time, energy, resources to sample more items, uh, to collect more data or to get more information. So they spend a lot of resources, so to say. While it is true that large sample sizes take us closer to the reality of the statistic that we want to measure, but the increase in precision might not be worth the effort or the time or the energy that we're spending. How? There's a concept of standard error in statistics. Standard error is a measure of dispersion in the sample distribution. So in statistics, we analyze data with the help of sampling because it is difficult sometimes to analyze the entire population, so to say. Now the sample or rather the standard error is defined as or mathematically represented as, say, SE equals the population standard deviation, that is sigma, over square root of the sample size. So whatever is the sample size is the denominator. So larger the sample size, smaller the standard error, and that's the uh, standard, so to say, uh, approach with which I think the managers insist. I don't know whether they use this formula, but it is intuitive that the larger the larger the sample size, smaller the error. So let's take an example. Let's assume that sigma of the population is 100, and in first case, let's take n to be 10. This first sample is of 10 items or 10 observations. In this case, the SE, the standard error, would be what, 100 over square root of 10, which is 31.63. I have done this calculation already. And in the second case, let's say the sample size is increased tenfold. Now 10 becomes 100. Let's see what happens to standard error. In this case, it will be 100 over square root of 100, and this is 10. So if you see a tenfold increase in sample size results in a drop in standard error by a third. So this phenomena is called diminishing returns in sampling. So which means diminishing return. Did I spell it correct? Yeah, diminishing returns. So even if you were to increase the sample size uh, to whatever whatever you feel like, the precision will not increase commensurately, is what I can say. So increase in sample size might not always have a material impact on the outcome or the result. One might spend huge amount of time and energy and resources without actually making any material difference on the end outcome. And this is important because managers spend a lot of time. They wait for days to get the data, so to say. The additional data, the project timelines get delayed, the costs, you know, uh, become unjustifiable. So it is important now in terms of from the managerial perspective, one should be able to make decision. A manager should be able to make a decision or arrive at a decision based on the optimal data that is available, and rather not wait for ages to get all sorts of data and get the perfect solution. Now, if the other extreme of all of this is n equals all. Let's say we are trying to analyze the all the data points that are applicable for that analysis. That is, we are analyzing the entire population. Let's say we are trying to get a sense of what is the average salary of 25-year-olds in country in India. we will n equal to all would mean that we'll need every Indian who's 25 years old and earning or not earning, whatever, their salary, their salary data basically. Now that would call for a big data analysis. I don't know whether that will be feasible either, but yeah, it will call for big data analysis. Hence, the resources required will be different. A computational power required will be different. It's a different ballgame altogether. So it is important for a manager to understand when to stop and when to make rather take a call and move on. If you have any other perspective, if I missed something here, do let me know.